What are you doing? What are you doing? Yo, 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 do you like rap music? Yo, baby, yo. That's a Beverly Hills Cop 2 reference. I would have more Hills Cop 2 reference, but hey, Alice, can you hear me? How you doing, buddy? You need to rest on that. I can hear you. It's just like this is like my job, Zoom. Hey, I found a great title for my fourth book. But my fourth book, if you ever been on Zoom calls, black screens, white names. I can hear that. But I can hear that, but there's a delay. But it- you know, you ain't seen your mom all day. And so now you're like, oh, I shouldn't even say that word because it's gonna fire you up some more. It's okay, buddy. I should get his handler real quick while you figure this stuff out. Huh. Can't wait to get these dang braces off. Look at that. Look at that. That needs to close, man. I can't hear Joe. Mm, bye-bye. Whoa, whoa.
Here, let me see.
Nobody knows how this works. Don't feel bad. Nobody knows how it works. It's magic, man. Not even magic.
We both, just me as of right now. But if you say something, I can relay it to Uncle Caleb.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. Well, so look, bro, pay attention to those, cause if I can hear you, I'll let you know I'm there.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it,
All
Mom.
right, brother.
All right, love you, brother.
Brother.
Peace.
I just thought about something. I do think we're on the time limit.
Oh, sorry, Uncle Caleb. Let me see here.
No, because I was thinking my storage. Let me get some things off my storage. Because I got like seven um yeah, I got like seven G's.
Okay, cool.
GBs.
Appreciate it, Mom. All right, love you, brother. Peace.
All right, cool. Now I can hear.
I just thought about something.
I can hear both of us now. We're good. Hope you don't got no inappropriate stuff on there, Uncle Caleb, because I can see it.
No, I don't. Nothing inappropriate on me, bro. You know, I don't even watch pornography, man.
Me
I know
either.
that some people may be like, yeah, you all bull crap, but I don't.
Me either. Matter of fact, my first time seeing pornography in the first, oh man, I don't even know how long it's been. Definitely since before my wedding and all that. I went to work today, and Andrew had like this little pornographic film tape that some homeless guy gave him, and he showed it to me, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen another naked woman other than my wife in like years, man. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing a naked woman.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. We're live.
We are.
You just called that guy out,
Who, Andrew?
dude. I think it's gonna be pissed.
Oh,
Oh, you don't say.
I just shared it. I just shared it to the work group chat too. Oh no, Andrew's gonna be mad.
Oh my God.
Andrew's gonna be
You're a
mad.
snitch.
Oh man, that's not good for Andrew.
Oh.
It don't matter for me, but Andy Boy's gonna be.
So hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. A homeless guy's walking down the street.
No.
And
So we have this homeless guy that works for my dad, and he gives us like he takes all of our old metal and stuff, and he gives us like tools and like crazy stuff, and that was one of the things he ended up giving my dad, and yeah.
oh, it's
How long we got, Uncle Caleb? You said we was on a time crunch.
No, I looked at my storage. My storage is pretty good, but in respect to editing the video and putting it on YouTube, maybe about like an hour and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Because I
I'm
don't
down
want
with
to stay
that.
up too late tonight because I got to wake up and take my father-in-law to get his car.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
We can get rolling, man.
All right, let's get rolling. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pick up where we left off. We're gonna try to get as far as possible to the end, especially considering that the rally's like 3 days old. So.
Yeah. We're late.
Yeah, so because I stayed up late the last time, and man, I hate feeling like a zombie.
Yeah, you killed it though,
Because I
man.
gotta
You got
teach
that out
tomorrow,
quick.
man.
You got that out super quick.
And I gotta teach tomorrow, so I'm like, I take an energy drink every time before I go teach, man.
What do you drink? What kind of energy drink?
I really love Rights because it's natural.
Oh,
But
okay.
Celsius.
Celsius?
Because I look at the ingredients for that, and I'm like, yeah, that seems like something I can put in my body.
Okay. Yeah, there's this ingredient that they put in Celsius. It's called hold on, give me a second. I'll think of it. Go ahead. You can continue.
Oh, no.
I'll think of
Shout
it.
it out when you're done. So the first thing I'm gonna go to, you can look at it on my screen if you can see. We're gonna go to this part.
Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Let's
1
look.
hour and 59 minutes.
Oh yeah. So have you ever heard of this guy before?
No. Alex said what's up though in the chat.
My man. My man in there. That's my dog.
That's good.
Why is it all blurry right here? Anyway, so this is that guy right here. Stephen
This
Miller.
is
Let's
Stephen
watch
Miller here. Okay.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I got his name right. Sorry. But he's coming in. And we're going to go to the... So this guy, what I know mostly about him is that he is part of... He's a main Trump advisor on his immigration policy.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the immigration policy. Okay.
Yeah, immigration. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go to the 2-minute mark, and I'll be up front. I have a bias against this guy.
Against him. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to let that go, because I'm trying to treat everybody with this brotherly love. So let's talk about this part. We're gonna go to the. This is gonna be about a 50-second.
Between the failure of America or the triumph of America. I want you to think for a minute about the decades of abuse that has been heaped upon the good people of this nation. Their jobs looted and stolen from them and shipped to Mexico, Asia, and foreign countries. The lives of their loved ones ripped away from them by illegal aliens, criminal gangs, and thugs who don't belong in this country. A political system that punishes hard-working citizens, oppresses them at every turn, takes away their right to free speech, the right to political expression, the right to fundamental safety in their own country. One man dared to step forward 9 years ago and say, enough, no more, America gets its future back. And what happened next? What happened after he stepped down?
All right, we'll stop right there.
Okay.
Anyway, so what I like to, well, no. Why I'm playing that, I'm sorry. Let's go back to here so people can see us. Okay, sorry. So I got to click on this one and click on that one. Tabs. It's tabs. Anyway, so I wrote here, see how he's preying on fear and he blames our problems on foreigners.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I may get some flack for this, but this guy reminded me of a certain minister of propaganda in the Nazi regime. And I'm not calling him a Nazi. I'm just saying this blaming the problems on foreigners, I don't like that attitude.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could say, well, I lost my job because my factory closed down or something like that. But it's not an immigrant's fault for that. It's the corporation's fault for that. Or some people will even say, well, it's the government's fault for that. So, I don't know. And it's weird for me because I'm around a lot of, especially Latino people. If you've ever been to the Hill You Run Walmart,
Yeah. Been there.
oh man, we got so many Latino people there. And so I look around me and I think about what somebody like Stephen Miller would think about these people. I don't know. So what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so what he means, I think, is when we have an open border like we have now. That was creepy. Something just fell behind me. When we have an open border like we do now, and the illegal immigrants are coming in, and they are taking a lot of jobs. There's what is there? I think what was it? I don't know the exact number. I think it was like 9 to 10 million. I think it was like 6 million that we know of that crossed the border. And a lot of them's taking the jobs, taking the resources from the government assistance, taking it from the single moms that need it. And a lot of the times when the illegal immigrants cross the border, they're not looking for a job. They're not looking for anything. They're looking for they come and they just get assistance. And I heard Kamala saying something about giving the immigrants something so they can buy a house in the United States. So I think that's a big part of it too. It's not that they're just taking the jobs, because a lot of them. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of Americans are lazy and they don't even want to work. But they're coming here and they're taking jobs. They're underbidding us and they're getting them.
I remember one thing.
That's my take on that.
Kamala said, or Kamala, or whatever. She said, I remember she said something about adding more border security as well.
Yeah, you said she.
Well, it seems like both parties are getting more tough on the border, though.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. It's an invasion. That's how I see it. It's an invasion, because it's not even just the Hispanic people that's crossing. It's Middle Eastern. It's from everywhere. It's from Ecuador. You name it, man. People are Chinese people. They're crossing in through the southern border. Almost every walk of life is coming through the southern border. It's not just the Hispanic people, and it's not just people. The country's getting flooded with fentanyl. I just lost one of my best friends to a drug overdose, and it's so heart-wrenching, man. Especially when you know somebody that has been through that, and you've lost somebody to that. It's just heartbreaking, and you know where it's coming from. You know the problem. You know how to stop it, but people just won't. They just won't stop it for some reason. And I'm glad that Kamala's saying she's going to get tough on the border. If she does become president, I really do hope she does get tough on the border.
That word invasion disturbed me, though, because invasion is an act of war.
I think it is. I think it is an act of war.
Hitler invaded Poland. Hitler and the USSR invaded Poland. That's an act of war.
Yeah.
Invasion. There's no coordinated army of immigrants coming to the country trying with the intention to kill and take over.
Yeah,
So I hesitate that you use that word invasion.
yeah, but also it's when you was like, oh, he's in that word scares me when you say it reminds you of, you didn't call him a Nazi, but you said it reminds you of something that the Nazi would.
Joseph Goebbels is who I was referencing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of some of the things I heard in the speeches.
Yeah. And I get that, but I really think that reminds me of an invasion, because it's not. There's so many people dying to illegal immigrants in car crashes. They're murdering women and all kinds of stuff. Laken Riley, she got murdered on the southern border. There's people that are dying from drug overdoses that's coming from the southern border. It's not like it. They're just, if they were just crossing, coming here, working, doing what they have to do, and then collecting money, that's one thing. But when they come across the border and they're murdering people, they're stealing, they're killing, they're destroying the country, they're flooding it with cocaine and fentanyl, and it's not even fentanyl anymore, it's tranquilizers, and like, there's so many different drugs, and that's something I'm passionate about, because I dealt with that. I just lost one of my really good friends to it. My dad overcame it. My dad lost 50 of his friends. He lost count after 50 from drug overdoses, and that was just since he's gotten clean, and that was about 6 years ago.
And well, let's get to the next point, because the next part is, I wanted to give a point to that. So the next part's going to be, the two.
And Alex also said in the chat, but the immigrants do have something to do with it.
I see a conspiracy though on that.
What about it's a conspiracy to you?
Oh, right here, I'll show you.
Oh, okay. The next part, okay.
Yeah, because the way he's talking is kind of what I want to push back on a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Husbands, everyone that you love.
So let me extend
Back
this.
a little bit, and here we go.
Or he was fighting for your children, for your wives, your husbands, everyone that you love and know in the world. The right to live in a country where criminal gangs cannot just cross our border and rape and murder with impunity. Think about how corrupt and hateful and evil a system is that allows gangs to come into this country and rape and murder little girls. I'm not just saying that. You've read the stories. It happens every day. You read one of these heartbreaking headlines. Who's going to stand up for our daughters? Who's going to stand up for the girls of America, the women of America, the families of America? Who's going to stand up and say, the cartels are gone, the criminal migrants are gone, the gangs are gone, America is for Americans and Americans only? One man.
Okay, so that's the kind of rhetoric that I find to be extremely disturbing. So let's go back. I'm going to go back here. This. So I wrote here, see how he associates criminal gangs with foreigners, with immigrants?
Mm-hmm.
As if we don't have criminal gangs, native-born criminal gangs here. He seems to be placing all of that on immigrants.
Okay.
And for me, it makes me angry because I know many immigrants. I've worked with them at both of my jobs. I work with people from the Middle East, and they're far from anything that I would consider a terrorist, or the people that shop at the store. I don't think they're drug dealers. They're just people like us who have this desire to have a family, have this desire just to make it in the world.
Yeah.
It's disturbing to me, the language he's using, like criminal gangs, and he's associating that with foreigners. And also, when he says America is for Americans and Americans only,
Yeah.
it sounds good, right? But what does it mean?
So what that
It
means, that means, sorry to cut you off, what that means is gaining citizenship to America makes you an American. So it's not for the people that's crossing illegally. It's for the people that's crossing the right way, becoming an American citizen by gaining their citizenship. That's an American. So I think that's what he means by that. I don't think he specified that, but I think that's what he means by that. And also, back to your point you said before that, how he says the criminals, you think he's saying that they're one and the same, the criminals and the yeah.
Put them all in the same bubble.
Yeah, I don't think he's putting them all in the same bubble, because there is a lot of immigrants that came over here, like that one group of that one gang that came over here and they took over that apartment complex and they're running people out, and they took it over, and they're running it like it's a whole gang and all kinds of stuff out of just this apartment complex. They completely took it over. The cops won't even go back there. It's a gang from Venezuela. That I'm pretty sure it's Venezuela.
Okay. See, I heard different about that too. So it just maybe depends on what media that we consume.
I think that's exactly what it is. Because, like, me and you can watch the same video, and you can be like, oh my God, this guy's talking about da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh,
Like
that...
we're doing here,
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a good reason why we should sit here and talk like this, because it breaks that barrier of okay, I'm only listening to the leftist media, I'm only getting this information, or I'm only listening to the right, I'm only getting this information. I think this is really good what we're doing here.
Yeah, because I could see, oh, okay, I didn't see your perspective.
Right. Yeah.
Because in our echo chambers and the algorithms,
The echo chambers. Oh my gosh, that's poetic. That's poetic, Uncle Caleb.
and what scares me about that America for Americans only is when I look in American history, because I teach it for a living,
Yeah.
social studies teacher. When I look at American history, it depends on who's in power, who's an American. For example, in the 1950s during the Red Scare, where if you were somehow different in any way, you were considered a communist, even if you didn't espouse the beliefs of a communist. Like gay people in the 50s, right? They were considered communists because they were different. They weren't mainstream.
Wow.
And that's what that scares me, Americans for Americans only, because who decides who's American? That's a good question. That's a deep question. Who decides?
That is. I think the people who sign off on people who want to come to this country, I think that's who decides who's an American. If you were born here, you won the lottery, you got the golden ticket. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, it's a lottery being born here. Imagine being born in another country where you feel like you have to risk your life to come to a country like this, to maybe get
like speaking out against the government.
Yeah, like what happened in Cuba and all that, man. Like, yeah, we won the lottery by being born here, but we are American citizens because we were born here. And I don't think that's the only way to become American citizen. I think you can become American citizen by coming in the country the right way.
Oh yeah, no, speaking of the people I work with at my second job, they came into this country and they became American citizens.
Yeah, they're
Passed the
Americans.
test and everything.
Yeah, they're Americans.
But I think though, would somebody like Stephen Miller consider them an American though? That's what I wonder. I mean, that's a hypothetical question because Stephen Miller's not here.
Yeah.
But I think about the differences between those two people, one who's Iraqi and one who is Moroccan. Well, will you notice the difference between their two cultures, or will you all just lump them in? Oh, those are Muslims. They're not really American. They don't fit American Western civilization, something that Tucker Carlson talks a lot about. So that's why that scares me. So that's my perspective on that, and that's why that, in my head, it rings alarm bells.
Yeah, I don't think that should though, Uncle Caleb, because like I was saying, like when he says America is for Americans, that's not just the people that was born here. That's the people that are that come here. And yeah, Alex, back to the point where we said we like what we're doing here, how we're mixing our point of views. Alex said you have to be teachable and open-minded. That's beautiful. That's poetic.
That's what this is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I'll be honest too, speaking with you about this, who believes differently than I am, it makes me less afraid if Trump wins.
See, that's so beautiful, man, because like you said, your echo chamber, you're only hearing like and it's not your fault because that's just your beliefs. That's what you believe. You believe in,
and also the algorithm too.
Yeah, and you believe all of that because that's what you resonate with. That's why you believe that, and that's the people you listen to because of that. And a lot of those people, it's not your fault, but a lot of those people do call Trump Hitler and make him seem like he's just the scum of the earth. oh yeah, he's just a billionaire, blah blah blah, and call him all this evil stuff, calling him a fascist, and that's just so if when you listen to someone else who you know and you can trust, and you stay open minded and you don't argue about it, that's how you learn, man. And I think that's beautiful.
And Trump
Don't-
on their side calls Harris a communist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the C word.
Yeah.
And
Alex said, "Don't let people think for you."
and what you were saying as well, it all goes back to who's in power and who they think is American.
Yeah.
Because that's who you think American, but what about the people who have the power? That's what scares me. Who's he going to put in positions of power? That's what scares me.
Yeah.
And this guy Miller
I can see that.
is somebody that is going to advise him again and again. They're peanut butter and jelly. I mean, they're cool. And real quick, I'll show you that word there that pops up whenever I hear this guy actually. Let's go to the 2 right here.
Are you going to surrender, or
So I'll go back.
are you going to let that system win? Are you going to surrender, or are you going to follow the example of President Donald J. Trump and fight to the finish and save this nation, save this country, save this civilization, and save this glorious republic?
So he said, save this civilization. It's weird because when he says save the civilization and he talks about immigrants in this country, well, the immigrants that are in this country share many of the same values as we do. The immigrants that are coming in, they're both Christian, right? They may speak a different language, but they're both Christian as people who are native born here in the United States of America. So this civilization part, this guy really scares me because of that kind of stuff. Because again, I'm reminded of history. It's taken me back to thinking about immigrants, for example, as, oh, they're different than us. They have a different civilization. They're uncivilized. And I think about when the Irish, for example, weren't considered white, or the people from Eastern Europe weren't considered white. Actually, let me show you something, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, let me show you something, actually, because... Alright, so I'll probably have to edit this out. Well,
Sure.
no, I don't
What?
have to edit anything out.
Yeah. Well, we're also live too, so if it's too much. Then...
No, I was just going to go to my journal with all my writing in it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, why not? This is the chapter that I'm on currently in my book, actually, my first book. So what I'm doing is I'm talking about this part right here. No. Let me magnify this by a lot. So this is the part I'm talking about. So look at this part. Oh yeah, so check this out. Here is a primary source quote from, I think, the early 1900s. Right here. Magnify. Let me highlight this. So they're nothing but trouble. They will never fit in American society. Send them back to where they came from. So the speaker's talking about Irish immigrants in the mid 1800s. So that's the kind of stuff that I hear Stephen Miller talk about this stuff, and I'm thinking about that kind of stuff. And that's what scares me. I'm thinking, are we regressing where we're thinking of immigrants as inferior, subhuman, less than? So that's why my alarm bells went off with Stephen Miller.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think that's more of an, when he says society, you have...
American society.
Yeah, you have American society, you have, Spanish, and you have so many different societies, so many different cultures, like, there's different places in the world where they just do not live like Americans, like they don't live like us. There's some places that are like third world countries and their society is just not something you want to live in. And like how the immigrants from Haiti came over here, and just the way they live, the people from Springfield just don't live like that, and they don't agree with that. Regardless about everything that the media is saying, everything Trump's saying, everything everyone's saying, even if all that's fake news, false, whatever, still they don't live the same way.
Yeah, but I'd also argue with you in the sense they share the same values. For example, churches.
Yeah.
Going to church, working, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The American dream, that kind of stuff. Even though they're different skin color and different language.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Did
like
you wanna-
just I was gonna say, just like dogs and humans, like we have a different relationship with our poop than dogs do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I think I think that's like the closest analogy I can think of. I'm not calling them dogs or anything. I'm saying like
Yeah,
that's just
no,
like
I
an
didn't think
analogy I
would
could
think so, yeah.
think of. But yeah, I think that's all I really have on that.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
if
but
you
that
have
was
more,
cool.
if you have more, we can keep going.
No,
on that
I
guy.
don't. Those are just the ones I wrote about that one.
Okay. I want to get into the meat, man. I want to get into the big guys.
Oh, Stephen Miller's a big guy.
Oh, is he?
He is behind the scenes. He's real tight with Trump, and he's one of the most influential on Trump's immigration policy.
Oh yeah, yeah. You told me that. You told me that
Yeah.
in text. Yep.
And he's a big dude. He's the type that's behind the scenes, though. Yeah. The next ones, the next three speakers, I'll show you. So this guy, Steve Witkoff, right?
No doubt in my mind that
So Steve Witkoff and Byron Daniels, this gentleman.
I like Byron Daniels.
Byron Daniels. And this person, the next person, Elise Stefanik. I wrote here that they were professional. They weren't like that Sid Rosenberg guy, that the guy who's profanity laced,
Yeah.
hatred. They're a
Yeah.
bunch of degenerates. So I wrote, these people are professional. They know, they're in a setting and they gotta act appropriately.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wrote here with Byron Daniels, this is kind of funny a little bit. I'm not making fun of him because what I say here is, look how this guy walks out with confidence.
Or just John Cena music.
So everything I heard from them, I'm like, okay, I can worry a little less.
Yeah.
Because they're professionals. They're
Yeah,
not
Byron.
stupid.
I really like him. I hope he's in the cabinet for sure. It's a good dude.
I mean, I really hope if he wins, I want him to put professionals in charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote that for those three. So I'm praising them. I'm giving them props.
Beautiful.
And the next one's
Uh-oh.
Representative Mike Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to say anything?
No. I said, oh, here we go.
Oh no. The next one was Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. If I'm not mistaken.
Speaker of the U.S.
Yeah, U.S. Congress.
House of Representatives, Mike Johnson.
Yeah, so this guy again, I appreciate the political professional approach of this. I appreciate. Oh, I keep clicking on that one. Why do I keep clicking on that one? But yeah, I appreciate that political professionalism. You're
Cool.
a professional. I don't like it. It's like if I'm in my classroom, I'm not going to be yelling curse words, or I'm not going to be saying something like, "Oh, F Trump" or something. That's unprofessional
Yeah.
for a teacher.
Yeah. History teacher at that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's unprofessional. The next part, though, I'm not going to praise this guy. This guy annoys the heck out of me. Let me show you. Oh yeah, his name rhymes with cake. You know where I'm going with this one. I don't know if you do, but this guy. Hold on, I want to get his intro.
Oh, Vivek.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
wonder if they,
Gentlemen,
I wonder if they pronounce it right.
welcome to the stage, Vivek
Yeah.
Ramaswamy.
I want to show him some respect and pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah.
Unlike what a lot of people were doing with Harris. Alright, so first of all, this guy Vivek, he reminds me of the guy at a party who tries too hard.
Really?
Yeah, he reminds me of a guy who tries too hard to be cool.
I can see that. The way no, I really can't. The way he tries to blend his religion. I don't know what he believes. What does he believe? He's Indian. No, he's Indian.
That doesn't
So
mean he's automatically a Hindu.
no, that is what it is. He's Hindu. But
he's
he,
Hindu?
yes,
Oh.
but he tries to blend it with Christianity, and that's why you probably think he's Christian, because he tries to blend the two. And he's like, "Oh, we have a lot of the same beliefs." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, "Dude, we don't pray to cows and do all that stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, bud."
Yeah, they don't have 100. They don't.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just have one God as opposed to. Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, they have a lot of the same values. That may be true, but it's not one and the same. And he tries to blend them. And he tries hard to blend them. So I get what you're saying on that.
Yeah, I felt his speech was full of identity politics. Let me just give some examples. Well, first of all, let's hear this guy talk, though. He just annoys the heck out of me, man.
Something. I don't follow the polls. I don't follow.
Oh, but I will praise him, though. He's a good speaker. He's up there. But he annoys me.
The pundits, but I follow the energy. And this does not feel like second place energy in here tonight.
So I'm gonna get to the part where something here. So 23308. So right here, I guess.
And you know, he's thinking it, but I'm going to say it. Identity politics never works in America. When you select somebody on the basis of their race and their gender, it always ends up being a disaster. And I'm actually talking about Tim Walz this time, by the way. It goes both ways.
See, I put here in my notes, so he's resorting to kind of like, oh, you're gay, dude, or you're a P word, and stuff like that. But because I think he's trying to say Tim Walz is a woman or something.
No. I think what he means there is so how Kamala is what is she? She's
Indian and black.
Well, yeah, whatever she is this week. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just.
It's all right, man.
No, I'm just joking.
Whatever you want.
But it just made me lose my point. I was trying too hard to get that punchline out. How she's a woman and she's black and Indian. She got a white male for her VP pick. And I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what he means by that. I don't think he's calling him a woman or nothing like that.
Yeah, he mentioned gender. That's what I was thinking. But
Yeah.
probably like, oh, I need a white dude now. Oh,
Yeah, I need a
actually,
white male.
she was going around when people were unsure who she was going to check for VP.
Yeah.
There's a lot of memes like, oh, what white guy she going to pick?
Yeah.
Hold on.
My camera's blurry. I don't know why.
Okay. Sorry, as my wife texted me, she tagged me on some dog videos on Facebook, which I'll watch later. But this guy though,
Let me turn this light on so this stops going blurry.
I just can't take this guy seriously, man. Oh, and another thing I was watching with this guy, 3810 mark. So yeah, right here I believe is where he is.
Illegal immigrant.
Okay, so here you go. He's gonna talk about legal immigrants and illegal immigrants.
Our message to every legal immigrant in this country is this. You're like my parents. But our message to every illegal immigrant, if you came legally, you get the same American dream that everybody else does. Work hard, get ahead, make contributions to this country, love the nation, and that's our message to legal immigrants. But our message to every illegal immigrant is also this. We will return you to your country of origin.
Not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law. And the United States of America is founded on the rule of law. Our message to my generation, the millennials, is...
So that's what I wanted to say there. So I said here, who gets to decide though? Because what I'm thinking here is kind of like what happened in Julius Caesar, Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, when a speaker, Mark Antony, when he fired up the crowd against a guy named Casca and Brutus, and the mob started killing anybody whose name was Casca. No, I'm Casca the poet. It don't matter. Or you're having some issues with your camera.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to stop being blurry. I don't know why it keeps going blurry.
That's what happens. My Zoom screens a lot too.
Yeah.
No, so that was just my message there. Is and perhaps this is my bias speaking, my alarm bells in my head. I can see a world where the government won't care who's an illegal or illegal immigrant, and they'll just do that to everybody. They'll treat them all the same. But again, that's my alarm bells.
Yeah.
So doesn't mean it's reality or a fact.
Yeah, I don't think that's it at all. I think it's, like he said, they broke the law. They came here illegally, so what else can you do, man? You have no choice. Like, when the amount of people's that's crossing now, it's just, you have to do something about it. Especially with the drugs that's flooded in the people and the type of people that's coming here. It sucks for the people that do just want to escape the negativity that they're leaving behind, and it does suck for the people that because if you think about it, you gotta look at it as like, okay, they're human too. They're not like, you know what I'm saying? They have souls, brains, heart. You gotta think of it like that too. Like, it sucks for those people that come here and do want a better life, but the people that are taking advantage are the people that really need to go.
Yeah, and I think about, where's your paper? Now, where are your papers?
Yeah.
You know, and if a legal immigrant can't get their papers, maybe they'll be, I don't know, maybe I'm just falling into a logical fallacy of slippery slope.
Yeah. I think you might be reading into it too much.
Yeah, maybe I just worry about
the people that came here legally.
No, I worry about the rhetoric against immigrants, whether they're illegal or illegal.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust the government to differentiate between the two, especially mobs.
Yeah.
If you get somebody riled up like that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we move on?
Nope.
Yeah, so
We
the
can
next
keep going.
speaker was Tulsi Gabbard. And again,
Isn't she Democrat?
I think she's a Republican. I'm not sure. I think
Tulsi
she's more
Gabbard?
independent. Yeah. And again, I put another political professional speech. There's nothing
Who's the Democrat that came over? There was a Democrat that came over.
Probably her.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Probably her.
Yeah, it probably is her. That's what I'm saying. I thought she was Democrat. I don't know. But you said she's professional. You like her speech? She's
Yeah, it's
professional.
professional, It was what these things should be.
Yeah.
Put it in the hands of the professionals. Politics in the hands of the professional. So, that's why. So, the next person, and let's talk more about this guy, Robert Kennedy Jr.
RFK, that's my guy.
Yeah, so...
He almost had Uncle Chris's vote.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, so this guy, let's go to... he had a short speech, which I was disappointed at, actually.
Yeah, he should have had some more time.
Yeah, so this guy... Well, let's hear what he says first.
Go.
Let's speed him up a little bit, too. Because some people... Yeah, I'm going to speed him up to like 1.5.
A lot of people
There we go.
ask me why I left the Democratic Party. And I say, I don't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. This is not the party anymore of Martin Luther King, of Robert Kennedy, of John Kennedy. That was the party of peace. It was the party of constitutional rights, of civil rights, of freedom of speech. It was the party that wanted to protect and nurture the middle class.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was the party that stood.
What happened? My whole Discord just froze. You still there, Uncle Caleb? Was that him that crashed, or was that me? What the heck?
That's what happened.
Okay, it's on his end, I think.
Discord just froze.
No, because my Discord's frozen. Hold on. Oh. Did my kids unplug my Wi-Fi? What is going on here? Let me try to recall the Hilltop Paladin real quick. Hello, Uncle Caleb. The Democrat Party is not what it used to be. That's 100% correct. I agree. Stop watching. Hang up the phone. Hello? Hello? Uncle Caleb, can you hear me? Input. Hello? What the heck, man? Hello? What is going on, man? Alright, so everybody that's joining in now, what we're talking about is the RNC. We're kind of debating, not really debating, it's more discussion. But my Discord's messing up right now. We're on RFK. He's talking about how he did not leave the Democratic Party, how the Democratic Party left him. It's just, Discord is just going haywire right now. Says Caleb's in here, I don't know. Hello? Is it me? Microphone. Hello, hello, hello. Headset. Hello, hello. Dang. Got a bunch of viewers and they just left because we can't get this stuff to work. RTC connecting. Maybe try restarting your if you can hear me, Uncle Caleb, maybe try restarting your Discord. Hello, hello, hello. Alright. Voice. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Speakers. Okay. Hello. Microphone checker. Microphone checker. Da 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 da. You okay? My Discord quit working. Okay, maybe go to Task Manager. In Task. Okay. Nice. Getting a little fresh start right here real quick. Join call. There, I can see you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened there. It just bugged out. I'm going back to our group we have.
Okay.
Okay, it was on my end. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry. Waiting on Caleb to get back in here. There it
I
is.
think I'm in the same. Okay.
There we go. That's better.
Back.
Alright. Let me get my video back on here. There we go.
Hey, nobody knows how this works, man.
I don't know what happened there, but we had like 5 viewers and just on YouTube alone. Live viewers on YouTube just alone.
Bad, man.
Nah. We're at 4 right now on YouTube. Let me check Twitch. We got
Still
one.
Go on, even.
We got one on Twitch as well. So the live stream never ended. Just something, my Discord bugged out for some reason. I don't know what happened.
So I was talking to myself while people were.
Yeah. So last thing we heard was something about RFK. It was he said, "I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me."
Oh yeah. So I played an extended clip of that because.
So if you want to start back to that, then dang, I was on the right side last time. This is.
I need to share my screen again, don't I?
Yes, sir.
Go to
Oh,
screen,
back up to
screen.
5 viewers. Let's go, everybody. What's up?
Oh my goodness.
Back up to 5 viewers, Uncle Caleb.
But you know what happened is nobody knows how this stuff works.
Yeah.
It's all we're trying it. Okay. So it's magic, man. This saying that's the modern day magic. Oh no, so with this one, so yo, let's reset.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. So the next speech.
Before we were rudely interrupted.
Before we were rudely interrupted by the magic.
7 viewers. Let's go. Beautiful. What's going on, everybody?
RFK. And yeah, so this one requires a little extended speech because I was like, well, let me show you. I'll start where he starts off.
A lot of people ask me why I left the Democratic Party. And I say, I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. This is not the party anymore of Martin Luther King, of Robert Kennedy, of John Kennedy. That was the party of peace. It was the party of constitutional rights, of civil rights, of freedom of speech. It was the party that wanted to protect and nurture the middle class. It was the party that stood up to censorship, to surveillance, that stood up to the CIA, to the military-industrial complex. And it was the party that wanted to protect public health and women's sports. My uncle, Ted Kennedy, wrote Title IX, which protected women's sports in college. It was the party that believed in voting rights and fought for the right of every American to vote for the person of their choice. Today's Democratic Party is the party of war. It's the party of the CIA. You had Kamala Harris giving a speech at the Democratic
I laughed at this. You had Com Paris. The captions here. It's a party of the CIA. You had Com Paris. Com Paris.
What the heck, man? It's not even that hard of a name.
Well, no, it's just funny because communist, Paris,
Oh.
hilarious.
Convention that was written by neocons, that was belligerent, pugnacious, that talked about the domination of the world by the United States through our weapons of war. It's the party today that wants to divide Americans. It's the party that is dismantling women's sports by letting men play women's sports. It's the party of Wall Street. It's the party of Bill Gates, who just gave $50 million to Kamala Harris. It's the party, and the Harris campaign is very proud that it received the endorsement of 50 former CIA agents and officers.
I didn't know that.
And
Oh
of
my
John
goodness.
Bolton, and of Dick Cheney. These are the people that gave us the war in Iraq, the worst foreign policy catastrophe that's ever happened to this country. These are the people that gave us the Patriot Act, that launched the surveillance state. These are the people that are trying to undermine voting.
So I just stop right there because everything he's saying. So I said here in my notes, I said, get back to there. I said in my notes, he's making leftist critiques. Those
Yeah.
are leftist critiques.
Yeah.
And I think what he's really doing is blaming our economic system for this. You know, why are there endless wars? Well, who's making money off of it?
Yeah.
So this stuff, I'm like, in a two-party system like we have, where both parties are mainstream, you can easily apply the same critiques to the Republican Party. So that's why I didn't like his speech, because I'm like, yeah, this is great leftist critique, but the left and the right, but the mainstream, I should say, the mainstream. That's why I didn't like his speech there.
Yeah, but he's I think he's talking more of like, okay, so when his family was in the politics and he first started into the politics and all that, the left wasn't what it used to be. The Democrats, a lot of Democrats have left because it's just went way too far left. Like it was to the point where, like he said, his uncle signed a bill that protected college women's sports.
Ted.
Yeah, Ted. He protected the college women's sports, and he said it used to be a party of that. They was worried about the public health. They was worried about freedom of speech. They was worried about all these things, and now it just seems like the only thing that they're worried about is pushing this agenda. I think is what he's saying, and he's a Democrat. And he's being censored more than anybody of all time. I feel like I don't think they censor anybody, even Trump. They don't even censor Trump as much as they censor RFK.
How they censor him?
They're taking all of his videos down. They're quieting him. They're trying to take away his freedom of speech and his voice. They wouldn't let him on the debate stage. That's a big one.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
Yeah.
they wouldn't they don't give him any airtime and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think it's just the left that's doing it. I think the right's doing it as well. They're afraid of that guy for some reason.
Well, his critiques apply to both, so I think
Yeah.
that's at least when it comes to foreign policy.
Yeah, he's got them on their heels.
Yeah, at least
For
when
sure.
it comes to foreign policy. He also says this too, which I'm eager to hear your take about it because, well, I'll explain.
Voting rights and Trump and all other political abolish them. We don't even know. Big data, big tech.
Saying leftist critiques, the party of Wall Street, big banks, big data. Well, I can easily
Of Wall Street, contractors, chemicals. uncle was president. This is
Okay.
the party that's given us the sickest
Yeah, so he's talking here about the. I'll go back a little bit.
ag, big food, and big chemicals. This is the party that's given us the sickest children in the history of the world. When my uncle was president, 6% of Americans had chronic disease, and we spent 0 on chronic disease in this country. Today, 60% of Americans have chronic disease. This is existential for our country.
60%.
We're spending $4.3 trillion a year, 5 times our military budget. 77% of American boys cannot qualify for military service because of chronic disease diagnoses. This is existential for our country. President Trump called me 3 hours after his shooting. And he said, would I come and sit down with him? And he said to me during that meeting, he said, there are some things that we can agree on and some we disagree on, but the landscapes on which we agree are so much larger. He said, I want to end the wars.
I'm gonna get to the part where he says, "Make America healthy."
Censorship,
Yeah.
freedom of speech, government against America. We deserve a president. Do you think that we deserve a president and who's going to protect violence? At FDA, at NIH, at CDC, and at the CIA. Make America great again. And we need to go to the polls. Great again.
I missed it, but he said,
Make America healthy again. Yeah.
"Yeah, make America healthy again." And I'm thinking to myself, can you do that without forcing people?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. 100%. So you wouldn't be forcing the American public. What you would be forcing is big food, big chemical, like he said. So for instance, McDonald's pumps this yuck and gook into their food. It's like a filler. Like you go to a buffet and it's full of filler food. It's not even like actual food. It's just like these chemicals and corn. High fructose corn syrup is probably one of the worst things you can put into your body. And especially for you, Uncle Caleb, because you're a vegetarian, you don't even eat nothing like that. You don't eat the meat that's pumped full of antibiotics. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And then like the factory farming and all of that stuff. You don't mess with none of that. So it's like you were hip a long time ago, and he's trying to make it to where there's none of that going on. He's like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. We're not gonna kill our society because you want to save a couple of bucks, because you don't want to put all 100 or 95% hamburger meat. You want to put 5% hamburger meat and 90% the pink goo that they put in there.
Yeah, all for
All
all
for
for
a
a
buck.
profit.
Yeah, all for a
Yeah.
buck.
And I was thinking, how can he? So he's gonna really have to change our economic system then, because our economic system is modeled off their.
I don't know about economic. I would say it's more I don't know. Yeah, probably somewhat economic, because you got the farmers and the yeah.
So
Yeah.
it seems like there would be a lot of people biting my look at it.
Trying to eat your notes again.
Yeah, it just seems like there would be a lot of government forcing people to do something. Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think it'd be more forcing the corporations. I think it'd be more of a court battle
Oh,
than
yeah, I can
anything.
see that.
For sure. It'd be more of like
sounds
a court
cool, right?
battle.
But it seems
Yeah.
unrealistic. to me.
I don't know. RFK has sued people and gotten billions of dollars for his clients because of this kind of stuff.
But yeah,
Like
he's definitely made a positive impact on the environment.
he said when his uncle was president, chronic disease was at 6%. Now, right now in the present, it's at 60%. And he's looking at it from a helicopter view, like, what is going on? Why is this happening? And he's realizing it's from the food and the medication and all that stuff that they're giving the American people. Other countries don't like you look at our stuff. It's like the ingredients are just disgusting, nasty chemicals. Was it like Red 40 and stuff like that? Like a bunch of bad stuff.
Yeah, Red 40, the fructose syrup stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, unnecessary food coloring. I'm gonna. So I just put here. It seems like it's unrealistic because those companies give a lot of money to both parties.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Walmart gives a lot of money to both Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah.
Just so, hey, whoever wins, we can.
Yeah. They can wash
So
their
I wonder
hands with
how
both.
they'll
It doesn't
fight
matter.
that.
Well,
Yeah, I wonder how they'll fight
they can wash their hands with both. It doesn't matter. But I think if you place RFK in there, he's gonna find a way to get that out of him. I promise you. That dude does not play around about health. That's why I like RFK, man. He's passionate about that.
Well, yeah, he's been doing it at least for the environmental lawyer stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Very passionate. I like RFK. I'm glad he's on our side.
So, with the interest of time,
And when I said our side, I meant the side of the American people. That's I didn't mean like the Republican side.
stop that boy. Look at the dog.
Hey.
I think I may have to. I think I may have to take you pooping and peeing outside, boy. I don't. Yeah, maybe we could do that right now. I'm gonna go out in the yard to take a pee and a crap.
You are? You're gonna poop
No.
and pee in the backyard?
My dog is.
I can see you back there squatting in the corner of the
No.
fence.
What am I gonna use? A leaf?
Yeah.
No, man.
You remember how your dad used to be like, "Cat, bring me some toilet paper." He'd be like, "Stacy, bring me some toilet paper."
How about this? When mom was wiping a diaper of one of her daycare kids and the lights went out, what'd she say?
Oh man.
No, it's there. I have to have the softest toilet paper because I scrub.
You scrub it up.
Hell yeah. Well,
Why don't you get a bidet or some wipes or something? Some baby wipes, some dude wipes.
oh, I do have some of those dude wipes.
Yeah. I don't know if you could use those for your bum, but
Dude wipes, yeah, but you only can use one per flush.
oh, you can flush them.
Only
So white flush.
Yeah.
Okay,
one. Yeah.
good to know.
So I have Tucker Car. I have a lot of different other speeches, but I'm thinking in the interest of time, probably just want to get to Trump.
Okay.
Oh man, some good stuff too.
Yeah, the live stream's doing really good too. So
All right. So somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky hits every day. So let's
Hey.
get to Trump. So we're going past Tucker Carlson, Hulk Hogan, Phil McGraw, Dr. Phil, Senator J.D. Vance. I think he did well in his speech. Eric Trump and Laura Trump, Don Trump Jr. I did not like them.
Melania.
Oh yeah. Oh no! Wait a minute before we get to Trump. You know who was the MVP of this thing?
Who?
This may surprise you out there. The MVP of this, because I would have given him an A+ on his speech. No, not him.
He's proof.
Him.
Dana White.
Dana White.
That's
He
my
did
man.
such a good job because he said stuff, but he also provided evidence, and he cited where he got the evidence from. Now, whether it's out of context or whatever, I don't know. But if my student did that, they'd get A+.
Cool.
So MVP right here, Dana White. It really changed my perception of him. Yeah, he was the smartest of all.
Okay. Nice.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious. So Dana White, Howard Lutnick, Elon Musk, just awkward. Melania Trump, I think she did an amazing job as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, she did fantastic. Like style, grace, like Biggie said. All right, so let's get to the main course here. Well, let's get to the Trump.
You're not gonna play his walkout?
Yeah, we did. Oh, dude, the walkout's like 7 minutes. Bro. We can play
Just do the beginning or the end. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let's do. I have it on 1.5 speed, normal speed. I could use some more hype music. Bro.
This is his song that he plays.
What do you mean his song? He recorded it?
No. This is the song he plays every time he walks out.
Oh.
We actually might get copyrighted for this song.
Oh yeah. You know what? Let's play it at 1.5 then. I'll mute it. But yeah, here's his walkout. Dang, thanks. Good looking. Holy crap.
Look at all them cameras. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
You probably skip it now.
Skip that.
I love his wife.
Oh man, yeah, she's aging like wine, man.
Fine wine.
Yeah, she's elegant and classy.
Yeah.
And I think she really cares about her children too. That's probably why she's still with them after all the allegations and all the stuff that's come out.
So she cares about what?
The children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so be quiet. Come on, let's go.
Very quick.
All right, there we go. There we go. So for this one, I gotta say, so for the first 10 minutes of this, up to the 4:47 mark, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because usually what happens is too many videos on YouTube and stuff like that, they play clips.
Yeah.
And these clips are designed to fire us up.
Mm-hmm.
To make us rage bait or clickbait. But when you actually go and you listen to this stuff, it really changes your mind. Yeah, so I didn't mind the first 10 minutes. The guy's entertaining. What can I say? I don't think he rambles, or sometimes he rambles, but I don't think he's boring.
No, I think he goes off of what he's talking about, and then he comes back to what he's talking about. Like he'll go off on like a tangent or whatever, and then he'll come back.
Yeah, and you hear it in some.
I'm gonna invest in a new camera tomorrow. My stuff keeps going blurry.
So yeah, let's get to the 4:49 mark. So this part was something about the same migrant invasion stuff. I see what he's doing, because that's the Republican's strongest issue.
A lot of people are coming from the Congo prisons.
Wait, Congo prisons? In Congo on the continent of Africa?
They come to the mental migrants for any country. There has never been anything like it anywhere in the world for any country. Kamala has imported criminal migrants from prisons and jails, insane asylums and mental institutions from all around the world, from Venezuela to the Congo. A lot of people are coming from the Congo prisons. They're coming from all over the world. Over the last month, 181 countries violated our laws. And she has resettled them into your communities to prey upon innocent American citizens. But the day I take the oath of office, the migrant invasion of our country ends and the restoration of our country begins.
Yeah, so I was thinking right there, because hold on, go back. Again, that word, migrant invasion. Invasion is an act of war. That's the definition of it.
Yeah.
So is he saying that we're at war with the world? Is he saying we're at war with Harris? What's he saying there? Who are we at war with?
I think what he's saying is we are at war with the people that are coming into the southern border. The people that are, I don't think it's a country. I don't think it's a group of, I think it's a group of people, and it's the group of people that are coming into the southern border that are nonstop just trying to get into our country and make it their own without having to sign any papers or do what they have to do to become an American citizen. And I think that's who we're at war with. They're bringing in all these drugs, man. They're bringing in the fentanyl, the cocaine, the the fake pills, and like they're bringing in all this stuff, and it's killing our American citizens. They're literally killing our American citizens with their bare hands, with knives, guns, and that's who we're at war with, is the people that are coming in here illegally and destroying our country and trying to take it by force.
Yeah, see, and the issue with me is, how can you tell the difference? Like, I think that's one thing that Israel's having an issue with against Hamas. How are you able to tell the difference between a Hamas terrorist and a civilian? That's what's scary about this stuff to me, because it seems like you're going to sweep everybody who may speak Spanish, or everybody who may have darker skin. And again, maybe that's just my alarm bells ringing off of my head. That's what this talk seems like to me. Is how are you going to tell the difference? Because migrants are, I wrote here, are too vague. You can't make policy on vague terms and grounds. I wrote, look how detailed laws are. It's like, reading laws is kind of boring. I used to teach law, and I was bored to tears. So making policies and laws on these vague terms, these terms can mean whatever they want it to mean, it seems like. And that scares me.
I don't think so. So, I think the way it works is, so you have the department, ICE or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and I think what they do is they receive phone calls from people that are like, this person is for sure an illegal immigrant, and then ICE comes and takes them back to their country or whatever. There's a joke that goes around when I used to work construction. I used to work on the roof. I used to do commercial roof, flat roofs. And the Hispanic people would always joke about, and some of them were legal, some of them were illegal immigrants. And, sorry, excuse me. They would joke about ICE coming and taking them. Like, they would joke around about it. Like it was funny to them. And,
they're probably scared. That's, you know.
yeah. Some of them probably get scared, because that's what they do. They do that to scare the illegal immigrants that are up there working. No, like the employees, the other employees would tell the jokes. And so yeah, what they do is they'll like receive a phone call, or they'll get a tip, an anonymous tip, or however that works. And they'll figure out who it is. It's not like they're just rounding everybody up, hosing them down, putting them in the corner. Oh, let me see your papers. They're going about it in a way that would keep the freedom of the ones that are here legally, and it would take away the freedom from the ones that aren't here legally, the ones that are here illegally.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's the case. It seems, maybe it's just my bias, but it sends those alarm bells.
Well, there's a whole department dedicated to that one issue. So I think the time and effort that they're going to put into it isn't just going to be, oh, let's just round them all up and get them all out of here. They're gonna take their time and do it right.
For that, so I'm like, I don't want that history to return.
Yeah. I don't think it will. I think we're past that. I think we're too smart for that now. We won't let that happen.
See, I disagree with you there, because societies can always regress.
Yeah.
Progress, but I looked it up. ICE. I was actually making an assignment for my students today about a free speech issue at Harvard University concerning ICE. So I'm like, what does that mean? Because I just read it earlier. So U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go here to this part here that I 453 to 14.
No longer. Not going to be happening. Not going to be happening. November 5th, 2024, 9 days from now, will be.
I think it's like, whoa. Like,
It's a week now. Yeah, what's it, the 31st? So, what is it, the 5th? So, about 6 days, 5-6 days left.
Liberation Day in America. It's going to be
Liberation.
Liberation Day. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history. Going to get the criminals out. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered.
See, again, the warlike language here: liberation, rescue, invaded, conquered. Oh, reading some primary sources about what it's like in a enemy territory. This is, I don't know, that language is very strong. He's using very strong words that are putting me in some bad historical places.
Yeah. I think you might be reading it. Oh, I think you might be reading a little too much into it, Uncle Caleb, because you are a history teacher, and you probably have nightmares about the stuff that you read. You know what I mean? Because you study, you have to study Hitler, you have to study all of these guys that did that kind of stuff, and you have to teach these kids that. So you have to kind of put yourself in that time, and you have to understand it to the point where you see what the other people went through. Like, you have to do that because you have to teach it, and you can't be teaching wrong stuff. So you have to know that stuff. You have to.
Yeah, and you have to identify the causes as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think when you see it, I think it's a little different for you through your eyes when you see it, just for the simple fact you are a history teacher and you have to put yourself in that position to look at it that way. But there is like we was talking about earlier with how that one gang took over the apartment complex. Once I get the information, I'll send it to you. But it was all over the news, man. It was to the point where police won't even go there. Yeah. Like, police won't even go into these places. They're running people off. They're killing people. They're taking it over. They're running it like it's a drug kingpin, and it's an apartment complex. It's crazy.
See, I'm more skeptical about that. I'm like, it sounds too much like New Jack City when Nino took over the Carter.
Yeah.
It just sounds too. It sounds too. Not good, but too sensational to be true to me.
Yeah, I can see why you say that, but it's...
And these words that he's using too, liberation, criminals, rescue, invaded, and conquered, they elicit a lot of strong emotions as well. So I don't like that emotional decision making that he's trying to appeal to people's emotions. And one thing, actually, I'll praise J.D. Vance about. J.D. Vance explained how this deportation program will work on Tim Dillon's podcast, which I watched today, the whole thing. He said it's going to happen in waves.
Yeah.
They're not going to try to deport like 40 million people at once.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I wish Trump would be more clear on. Be specific.
Yeah.
But here, I think his point is trying to do the emotional. And these words terrify the hell out of me. Because we're not in a war. Like, this is a liberation, rescue, invaded and conquered. Save that stuff for when we actually are.
Yeah. But, all right, Uncle Kale, so say a bunch of Americans gathered up, right? And we just, let's say 10 million Americans, or 10 million Americans, Canadians, and I don't know, Russian something, and then we all gathered up, 10 million of us, and we just walked across the southern border into Mexico and just made it our home. You wouldn't call that an invasion? You wouldn't say the American people are invading?
It depends on what the intent is. My intent is to conquer their territory and kill their civilians.
I think that is the intent of these people, is to take so you when they're coming here, they're not coming here to live on the streets. They're coming here to take something. They're coming here to get a house. They're coming here to own. They're not just coming here and leaving. They're coming here to try and stay and conquer.
Their family, right?
Yeah, they're definitely coming. Yeah, they're coming here to feed their
I mean, to
family,
get
but
what we want, the quote unquote American dream. I don't believe in the American dream, but it seems perfectly reasonable to want to go to a country and better yourself.
yeah, but when you're just okay, I'm just gonna walk up in this country and take what I want because I have to feed my family. That's like me. That's like me just walking up in your house and just taking all your food because I need that I need it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna walk up in your house, take your food, and sleep on your couch. You're like, get the hell out of my house. What the hell is your problem?
No, because we have the right to shoot people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's an invasion. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Yes, I don't see it like that. I don't know. You seem to be more pessimistic and paranoid than I am.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. Because when I think about it, I'm like, oh man, I can practice Spanish with these people. Think about what I can learn from them and stuff. Like I love helping Hispanic customers at the store, for example, because sometimes they talk in Spanish and it gives me a chance to practice what I've been learning on Duolingo.
Yeah.
I'll be able to say, muy poquito. But sometimes I'm able to understand the words that they're saying. And
Yeah. Imagine trying to do that with a cartel member, though.
oh no, God no.
Yeah. And a lot of them's coming here. Imagine trying to do that with a Hamas terrorist or a terrorist from the somewhere. It wouldn't work out like that. It's just not that, and that's the problem. Is it's not all these people that are coming in this country aren't people that are willing to sit down and teach you Spanish. A lot of the people that's coming here aren't those kind of people.
Well, I don't see why a cartel member would want to come into this country if they're living fat and rich in Mexico.
Because they could live fat and rich here and make even more money. A lot of them are being forced. A lot of them are being sent here by the cartel to receive the packages and disperse it through the country with the drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I think the whole reason people are coming here is just to make a better life for them and their children.
Yeah, I think I would say probably I would say probably 60% of the people that are coming here for that.
I wouldn't say any because I don't know. I would need data.
I'd probably say like 40% are here for the wrong reasons. But that's my opinion. That's just what I see in my head. Because not all people are good people. Not all people are the kind of people that will sit down, teach you Spanish, show you a Spanish recipe, and hang out with you.
Oh yeah, I'm very pessimistic about human nature and humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to get to, if you don't want to say anything else,
We're good. We can keep it moving.
this is actually one of the things that was the most controversial in this speech. I think it's coming up. All right, well, it's coming up.
Put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail. Gonna kick them the hell out of our country as fast as possible. And to expedite removals of Tren de Aragua and other savage gangs like MS-13, which is equally vicious, I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Think of that. That's how far back. That's when they had law and order. They had some tough ones. Think of it, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. You hear that, Mr. Speaker? Get ready. To target and dismantle every migrant criminal network.
So that is one of the more controversial aspects that you've been hearing online.
Right.
And for a good reason. Because you want to talk about censorship and stuff like that. Well, the Alien and Sedition Act also made it so that the government can censor political speech or speech against the government. So let's look more at this, because when I was looking it up, one of the places that took me is to the National Constitution Center. And here's a summary of what this is. It's actually 4 separate laws. So act is just another word for law. Let me magnify this so that you... There we go. So in 1798, Congress passed the Alien and Sedition Acts with the support of the John Adams administration. It granted the president unilateral authority to deport non-citizens who were subjects of foreign enemies. So again, that language though of enemies, like, oh. So are the immigrants subjects of Mexico? So are the Mexican migrants or whatever? Is Mexico a foreign enemy though, or is El Salvador a foreign enemy? This is confusing to me. So the Sedition Act attacked the core of free speech and a free press, the right to criticize the government. That's what I'm scared about when it comes to this kind of stuff. Tony Hinchcliffe talked about censorship. His censorship was, I want to be able to tell jokes. The one thing I'm talking about is I want to be able to criticize the government and not go to jail, be killed. That's what this scares me about.
Okay, so what he was talking about that? So that's American citizens can't criticize the government, or is it the illegal migrants that can't criticize the government?
American citizens, because look at this. So the Alien and Sedition Acts stack the deck against political opposition, criminalizing criticism of Federalist President John Adams, but not Vice President Thomas Jefferson, the leader of the political opposition. So this had to do with Federalist versus anti-Federalist.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, why would they put that in there?
Yeah, so
that makes no sense. Why would they put that in there?
Yeah, what Trump said didn't make sense because he said, hold on.
Enemies had order. They had some tough.
So that was when they had law and order, but there was a lot of political infighting between the Federalists and...
Well, can you play that back, Uncle Caleb? Play that back for me real quick, what Trump just said.
Yeah,
98. Think of that. Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Think of that.
Okay, pause it.
That's how far back.
Yeah.
He says he said I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act.
Yeah, it's this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just that one part I think he's talking about. I don't think he's talking about the whole.
Okay, yeah, let's look at that. Let's see here. Here's the full text of so here's the full text. And again, laws. Oh my gosh, they're like so boring to read. So I'm gonna look through this real quick. An act respecting alien friends. So whenever there shall be a declared war between the United States and any foreign nation or government, or any invasion or predatory incursion shall be perpetrated by any foreign nation or government, the President of the United States shall make public proclamation of the event. So this is problematic here because it says, so this is talking about enemy governments.
Yeah.
But what enemy government are these immigrants or migrants? Is he trying to say Mexico is sending them to us with the intention of invading our country to destroy us? That sounds conspiratorial to me.
See, I don't think it's just that, because you have there's, I think it was like 33 or 31 terrorists from the Middle East came here too, over from the southern border. And that's like Iran. Iran, that is an enemy of the American government, I would say.
Yeah.
And they're sending terrorists this way. They're sending terrorists this way. So I would I would say that's problematic there. It's how it's not, and it's not just Iran either. It's all these countries are just sending people here, and a lot of them are up to no good, and I think that's a big part of that.
Yeah, I'm all for locking up terrorists.
Yeah, yeah.
People trying to feed their family.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But at the same time, they got to do it the right way. They gotta do their papers. They gotta fill out their paper. They gotta get their citizenship, just like, because even the legal immigrants are fed up with it because it's making them look bad. It's like, bro, we came here and we got our stuff the right way. You're just coming here just trying to take everything. What's wrong with you?
I'm reading
Like-
more of this. So the law expired. President Jefferson allowed the acts of the laws to expire and pardoned those who were convicted under them. So let's look more at this. So have these been invoked any other time in American history? Because I'm thinking World War I and II. So let's Google this. Acts. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so the Alien Enemies Act remains in effect today. It gives the president power to deport non-citizens during wartime. Oh,
Ooh, yeah, that wartime is
that is. Ooh,
yeah, during wartime. So it has to be during a war.
let's look in the National Archive. You can get some good primary sources from this as well. So let's see here if they've been used since 1790. So since the controversies surrounding them provided some of the first tests of the limits of free speech and press or the media. So this is the text of the law. These are 4 laws, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's 4 different laws. He's invoked the Alien Enemies Act. So that's just a one single law he's talking about. He's not talking about all 4. He's just talking about the single law.
I wonder if you criticize his administration though, if he puts this in effect, if you criticize the administration, will you go to jail for that?
I don't think so, because I don't think that's what I think. He's more focused on I think he's only talking about the one single law. I don't think he's talking about the other one where it's the criticizing the government, because it was plural. That law was plural, so it was a bunch of different laws, and I think he's talking about that one single one where I gotta quit hitting this vape. Where it's more focused upon getting the illegal immigrants out of this country.
Just it's not clear, you know.
Yeah.
It's not clear. He's saying it, but it's too vague, and it's causing worry on my side of the political aisle, I guess.
Yeah, after reading into that, I can see why you say that, but I think it's more of just the one single law of getting the illegal immigrants out of the country. I don't think it's about getting or arresting people for criticizing his administration. And it's criticized, and that I think that was just criticizing just that one single president. He said his vice president, you can criticize him, but you just couldn't criticize the president.
Yeah, because they were part of different political parties.
Yeah.
Because back then, I thought this was pretty neat, actually. Back then, you had, in the presidential election, the person who won the election or won the electoral college was president. The person who got second place was vice president. So they could be of a different party.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that is.
So
I
that's
wonder
why
why they
you
did that.
had Adams as a Federalist, and you had Thomas Jefferson as an anti-Federalist. Some of the earliest political parties in the United States of America.
Good to know. I didn't know that. Second place got the
Yeah, vice
VP
president.
spot. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then, whew. So yeah,
I'm glad they changed that, because all it takes is one bullet for them to become president again. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah. I'm glad they changed that. That's because if it did end up being the opposite party as the VP, then they could just take him out so easily and become president. And that's probably why they got rid of that. I'd imagine.
see, I'm not sure when they got rid of it. Yeah. So here's another thing which I found. Well, actually, I think does he go into it? Hold on. 4
Some
5.
tough hate. They're look. I'm in love. Look after that. And if they
Here we go.
They come back into our country, it's an automatic 10 years in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
Okay, so that right there, I put in my notes here. It seems like that would increase the prison population.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Unless he's talking about locking them up in their country. If so they would do an exchange. So not an exchange, but they would drop them off at the prison where they're from.
Exactly. I think about in the 80s and even with Bill Clinton, the Democrat Bill Clinton, when they increased the prison population size.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Honestly, I don't think we should be locking them up in our country because then we're just giving them resources and wasting money and resources on them. I don't want to pay for an illegal immigrant to be imprisoned in the United States. I say send them to the prison that their government chooses. Because I'm sure there's other prisons than just one in Mexico.
But I mean, the good thing about what he said is at least it's specific. At least it was very specific.
Yeah.
Oh, so here, in the act of fairness, he said something which I thought was pretty cool. Check this out. He's gonna talk about voting.
Get them from behind. Because Republicans like to vote on them from
so he's talking
behind.
about early voting. How some of the early voting may be in favor of Harris, because what he says Republicans like to vote on the actual election day.
Yeah.
Because Republicans like to vote on a thing called election day. In the old days we had election days. Today we have election periods. They go on forever.
Yeah.
And last time they went beyond and start early, start late, do whatever the hell you want. We got more votes.
So, I like what he said there.
Yeah, me too.
Because I love the joy of going to the polls on election day.
Yeah.
It should be a national holiday. And we should, go to the polls, national holiday.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that. And we should make some exceptions for people who, in like the medical field, who have to be at work, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I hate this, like, oh, I'm going to vote early, or I don't hate it, but I like.
I think it gives too much time for error and mistake. I think there's way too much time for stuff to get lost or misplaced or ballots to not be found or counted.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say do it all at once, all the ballots be in the same spot, and get it done and over with that day. Yeah.
You ever seen that picture in the 2000 election in Florida? That guy is counting the Florida ballot. He's got his glasses down, his eyeballs popping out like that. Because they had to count the ballots over and over again. I think that's all from that speech. So I started with something that caused me concern, more negative, and then I ended with something that's positive.
I like it.
So any closing thoughts?
No, I think we did good. I think we found a lot of middle ground where we could both agree on stuff, and I think we gave a lot of light to the situations, and I think that helps. I think that helped a couple voters decide what they want to do. Honestly, Caleb, I think you would make a pretty good Republican.
Nah, not my party.
I know, but you'd make a great one.
Well, I don't agree with them on fiscal policy. And that's what I really want to get back to. I want to get to a battle not of cultural wars, but fiscal policy.
Yeah.
I'm more of a New Deal, Great Society guy.
Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
Bring back that. I forgot what I was going to say next.
Yeah. You're more of an old school Democrat.
Well, I wouldn't say that now.
I would 100% say that.
I don't
You are
know,
not
'cause
moving as fast. You are not. These people are going left at 90 mile per hour. You're going left,
Well-
but you're going left probably about. You're probably going 10 under the speed limit.
when you say going like the old style Democrat, I'm thinking the Southern Democrats, racist pieces.
Oh no, not that far back. Not the ones that were fighting for
Segregation
slavery.
now, forever, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, no, not them
No.
ones. Not them ones. Nope.
I wouldn't call me. I don't know if I'm a Democrat or a Republican. I don't know.
Yeah, more of an
I
independent, you'd
agree
say.
with Democrats on most issues, so I guess
Yeah.
that would make me a Democrat.
Yeah.
But we do have to realize that both of the parties do have some corrupting influences and corporate backings.
Yeah.
That's why I dislike the disingenuity, if that's a word, disingenuine.
Disingenuous.
I think that's the word. That's why I didn't like RFK's speech, because everything he said, you're like, well, like Bill Gates donated this much money. Well, Elon Musk is donating that much money. So everything he said, you can say, well, there's a counterexample.
Yeah. I say we do one of Kamala's rallies or longer interviews next. If you're down for it, I'd like to dig into a little bit of that. Maybe
Yeah.
and you know the Jubilee. You ever seen Jubilee?
No, the X-Men.
No,
That's-
Jubilee. They do so they do 20 versus 1, like they'd be like 20 Republicans versus 1 Democrat, and that Democrat would be like Destiny or someone who's really good at debating.
Oh, okay.
And then they did one with what's that? Charlie Kirk. They did one with him. I don't know if you're familiar with Charlie Kirk, but
Muscular Files, yeah.
whatever. I say we try to get into another video here soon.
Yeah, well, if we're doing anything with Harris, my day, because I work 2 jobs tomorrow, so
Okay.
I have to be Saturday sometime. But I don't know. My Saturday seems to be full so far.
Well, we could do it at the end of the day, like we're doing now. I'm good with that.
All right.
Just
But, yeah.
whenever you got time, we'll focus on another video or something. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, it would be nice to go with the Harris rally for once.
Yeah.
I listened to a little bit of Barack Obama's speech at the rally.
Maybe the one where that Eminem was in. That one. We could do that one. Was it in Detroit or something? We could do that one.
Oh yeah, he was ripping on Trump, man.
Yeah.
He's not trying to sell you everything. He wants to sell your watch. He wants to sell you some shoes. He wants to sell your Bible.
Yeah, I'd like to get into that one. We should do that one next.
That was hilarious. Okay.
And I'll watch it. I'll study up, and then I'll have 17 pages of notes. 17 pages of these communists.
Communist on these pages.
Yep.
What was the opposite? So leftist, far, far, far left would be a communist, but far, far, far right. What is that?
Far, far, far right would
It's
probably
like,
be.
Totalitarian. I don't know, cause I don't know.
I think if I'm talking like if you're going very far right, it'd probably be more like how
Fascist, maybe.
how Putin runs his country. I think
Okay, yeah.
it'd be one single person running the country. If you're going all the way, I'm talking like
You can
all
also
the
be
way.
far left and have that as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would go either way like that.
How many people are alive with us?
We got 2 right now. We just lost one because I called.
All
I said Trump would be a communist if he went very far right. So I think we just lost the Republicans.
No, that's just.
We just
fun.
we're fooling around. Yep.
All right, so let's get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's a good way to end?
Okay. My name's Joe Bro on everything. You got the Hilltop Paladin on YouTube. If you guys are interested in following us, giving us a like, giving us a comment, giving us a share, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what you think, and vote Trump. He's gonna say vote Harris probably, but
Say vote Harris, yeah.
just vote. Vote.
Yeah. Wear a sticker.
Yeah. Put that sticker on. All right. It's a good chat with you, Uncle Caleb.
You too. Now I gotta go to. Well, I gotta get this video edited a little bit. So.
It's late, man. You got 30 minutes till bedtime.
Yeah. Well, 10. You can go to bed 10:15.
Oh, man. All right.
Because I like laying in bed and watching something.
Maybe lay in bed and edit a little bit.
So these are gonna go to recycle. Bye bye.
All right, Unc. I'll catch you on the flip, man.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.